Street Sarrett of Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. First of all, Street, Freddie Simon said it. Your guys on the line really just dominated tonight. And you know, Bryce Ford had a 100-yard game. You were able to get your whole stable in there doing stuff for you. Just talk about that line.
Man, our line made vast improvements from last week to this week, but they still haven't reached their potential, man. When they reach their potential, they're going to be super dangerous. And they showed some people tonight, very physical, took control of people, total opposite of what they did last week. So, you know, they took a good week to prepare. Coach Legursky did a great job getting them ready for this week. So, big thanks for our line. And our running backs, man, like you said, they had a stable of backs. They don't care about who's scoring. Like right there at the end, Connor Ray switches positions with Bryce Ford so he can get him a touchdown.
And he did have the 100-yard game, and Connor got a touchdown. You had one from, I think, Stable scored.
Yep.
Christian Stewart, who apparently he's like Chris Carter from the Vikings, just scores touchdowns. I think that was his 6th carry of the year, and he's got 3 TDs.
Oh, yeah.
And that was great. Now, your defense, too. I think Bluefield, I had them in net 12 negative plays. I mean, you're not going to beat a good team with 12 negative plays, especially not this team.
No.
How about your defense?
I'll tell you what, Coach Ray, Coach Reeves, those guys on defense do a great job week in and week out. Coach Reeves on his linebackers has got them down on their keys. Coach Ray and Coach Suk on the defensive backfield. Man,
two more
interceptions. So, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. And Coach Legursky and Coach Dunk and Coach Calger on that defensive line, man, they're just top notch. Those guys take pride in playing defense, and they like to hit.
What do you think the difference was? I mean, early on, what swung it? You think? It seemed that you guys got the momentum on that second drive, and
I think just establishing that run, figuring out how they was playing us up front, and we figured it out. And you know, we just got to the ball and run a little sweeps there, and just kept pounding the ball and jumped from formation from our double tight to our twins to our spread and stuff. And man, I think that helped us a lot.
What do you think this team is? I ask you that every time because I think I see improvement. I didn't see last week's game, obviously. We lost to Sept, but it seems like you guys make a pretty good leap in each game.
We do, and that's just those kids come out every day in practice. And we talk about not try to win the practice, but win the period of practice. We usually have 20 periods in practice. Try to win your period every day, win your period. And then every week these guys have come and they've stepped up, done some things in practice and really got after it. And, man, I think the potential is there. We haven't reached our full potential. So we take this off week and fix some things and get ready.
Do you think this team, I mean, you guys have been, I think, 3-1 at this point, the last 3 seasons.
Yep.
Why do you think this team's different than those other two?
These guys have been there. They've seen those teams. And that, like last year, we kind of laid egg down the end of the road. I don't believe these guys will let up, and they're just wanting to get better. And, you know, just different senior groups that are getting together. We don't have no big eyes on the team. It's just they don't care who's running the ball, who's throwing the ball. They just went about being 1-0 on Friday nights.
Well, speaking of throwing the ball, and you mentioned before we throw your quarterback, Gage Price, there's another guy that you can grade pretty easily just by the contrast. For a guy like me, the stats for you it would be, you know, how he's executing. But in both of those phases, you can see the elevation each game.
Oh, he's just getting better and better, and that's just game reps. You know, that's game reps. He's got 4 varsity games under his belt. Imagine what happens when he's got 24 varsity games under his belt. So he's going to keep getting better, and he's learning. And Coach Osborne's got him to where he's reading things. He's reading the defenses, understanding what we want, understanding patterns. So being confident, we got our pass protections right with our line, and you know, just I look for big things out of Gage, man. He's a competitor.
Do you worry a little bit about the fact you don't play? You're played so well tonight. You probably argue with me if last week was playing well. I know you weren't happy with that, but what are you worried that the bye week coming now, or do you need it?
No, bye week's good. I like to have our bye week in the middle of our schedule, give us a little breather. As much as these guys have been going, I mean, they've been going. If you think about it, we've done flex days in May, June, and then we started up in July, 3 weeks in July, and rolled right into August, and these guys really ain't had a break. So this would be a good time for them to get a break. You can take a breath, rest in, you know, have a little light practice here and there, and just get your mind back under you.
I think if I watched you 24/7, I would see you looking at some stats. because I know you send it. But I know you're not too concerned with what the stats
No,
are. Right now.
we don't. I don't pay attention
But
to
your,
stats.
your team the guys probably are a little bit. And I'm not talking about necessarily individual, but that goose egg. Did they want that shut
They
out?
wanted that goose egg bad. During that timeout, that's what we talked about, and we just slipped up, and it happens. It happens, but
I thought that Christian. I think it was Christian on the coverage over there. I thought he was going to knock it down.
Yep.
It might have just slipped right by his hand.
The 44 came in the game late and lined up, and we was in man coverage, and he just run a little wheel and got outside of us. So, man, it's just one of those things, and we'll look at it on film and just get better from it.
Third down, you guys were pretty successful in converting those, especially I think on the first drive, Landon Jones had a nice catch.
Yep.
Over on the sideline for the first down at the 1. I mean, and from there on, you were able to really.
I'm gonna tell you,
work on
Landon's a big target. He's a great receiver, man. I'm gonna tell you, he's a great running back. He jumps in that backfield and runs that ball. So, Landon's a big target, 6'4", 220. That's hard to guard in the open field.
Was that touchdown pass designed to go to him?
Yep.
He looked like he was a little bit shocked. He didn't even celebrate or anything.
No.
Kind of just caught it.
Hey, that's Landon Jones,
Right.
buddy. He just wanted to score, and let's get ready for the extra point.
All right. Hey, Street, I appreciate it. Great win for you guys tonight. Enjoy the week off.
Yep.
Talk again soon.
All right, Dave. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Street.
All right, brother.